today's ride, we're talking about what it's actually like to own a BMW R1200GS with 100,000 miles on it. And the real question is, what can you actually do with this thing anyways? Well, this and this. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, that was fun. This was such a cool ride. Yeah, definitely this. This for sure. You can even get a few buddies together and go here too. And since I saved so much money buying it used with high mileage, it doesn't hurt quite as bad when something like this happens. Or this. Or even this. With skills like mine, think of all the money I'm saving not having to go to the gym to lift heavy things. And if you got to drop your bike, do it when you got a good buddy around.
Oh Lord, one, two, there you go, turn around. One, two, three. Oh no, I broke my light off.
This is my 2014 BMW R1200GS Adventure. And this is actually my second BMW GS. My first was an 800GS, which was a great bike in its own right. But the 1200GSA is the motorcycle that really opened my eyes to what riding can be. This is the bike that made me realize you can spend long days in the saddle just crushing miles, exploring roads you've never seen, and ending the day further away from home than you ever planned. It made me want to ride longer. It made me want to ride further. And honestly, it made me want to ride more often. Now, I haven't done any crazy iron butt style days on it yet, but in the last year alone, I've put almost 20,000 miles on this motorcycle, and I think that's saying something. Honestly, before this, I didn't even know that a motorcycle could be this comfortable, especially ones that can handle so many different types of terrain. The R1200GS Adventure probably isn't the best pure touring machine in the world, and it's definitely not the most hardcore off-road bike either. But the fact that it can do both and do them as well as it does is pretty darn amazing. You can load it up with all your gear, disappear down the highway for hundreds of miles, and then turn off on some dirt road without even thinking about it. That kind of versatility is really what makes this bike special. So if you're on the fence about buying a high mileage GS, or you're just curious what it's like to live with one, hopefully the questions and answers in this video will help you. Just remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just a middle-aged, overweight guy who loves riding around on his motorcycle and sharing what that experience is like for me. And this bike has given me a lot of those experiences. Are you kidding me? Right? So this is my favorite spot on my favorite road anywhere near me locally. We're up on Highway 70. This is the Polga Bridge. And it's been in a bunch of my videos. It's just really one of my favorite places. I think it's beautiful. And on the way here, I was listening to music. It was actually a playlist of my daughter singing worship music. And the song coming around that corner was speaking about how faithful God is. Are you kidding me? My bike turned 100,000 miles right there. The odometer clicked just coming onto that bridge. I couldn't have timed this any better. Anyways, I think this is going to be a fun video. I hope you enjoy it. Bunch of miles on this thing. Bunch of miles on this thing. This is my 100,000 mile review of my motorcycle, BMW R1200GS Adventure. I didn't buy it with all these miles on it. It had quite a few, I should say, when I first got it. But I've been doing my darndest to keep stacking them on, and we've been doing a pretty good job. But with that, there's several questions that people have asked, friends of mine and people in passing, about a motorcycle with so many miles on it. So I've wrote some down, and I'm going to try to answer them for you today. One, is 100,000 miles a lot for a GS? I would say for most motorcycles, yes. For a BMW R1200GSA, it's more of a milestone, maybe, than a death sentence. But it really depends on how well your particular machine was taken care of. This one has been pretty turnkey. I mean, these things are known to travel the world. So I got lucky, maybe, but in my experience so far, loving it. Question 2, how is the engine at 100,000 miles? That's pretty much the first thing that everyone wants to know. Is it tires? Is it blowing smoke? Honestly, no. This boxer engine still pulls strong. It has lots of low end torque. It gets decent fuel economy still. It does do the thing where if you store it on a side stand for a week or two, that first startup, you get a little puff of smoke. I think burn a little bit of oil that seeped through. While that may have something to do with the mileage, I have friends with much lower mileage BMWs, boxer engine BMWs, and they do the same thing. So no, it's still running strong. It's beautiful. Number 3, major maintenance. What does it cost me? So with basically this, I have kept up on my oil changes. I did replace the front wheel bearings just because it felt a little crunchy. One of the times I was changing tires, of course tires. It's a heavy bike and I am also heavy. So the two of us together, we tend to wear tires. Everything else is just kind of your basic maintenance that you're going to have to do on any other motorcycle. That maintenance, is it cheap or more expensive? I would say if you're the type of guy that has to go to the dealer for everything, yeah, it's going to cost you a few bucks more. But if you're kind of handy in the garage and you can turn a wrench, it's really not that different. If you're buying parts, they may cost a few more bucks than maybe a Honda or Suzuki or something, but it's been pretty good. Next question. I get quite a few questions on the final drive. I know that there's been issues in years past with the final drive on some of these. I have not experienced that. I do know that there is a recall on that. I'm not sure what years, if it's all models, makes, whatever, but you would probably want to check with your local dealer. They may be able to help you out, no cost. There is, you got to change fluid, and that's honestly about it. People grease the splines on their drive shaft occasionally, but I would still say it's way less maintenance than any chain drive on a motorcycle. Next question, reliability. Has it left me stranded? No, with the caveat. I did have tires put on, and when they reinstalled my valve stem, apparently somehow they broke it. So I was actually up on Highway 70 with my daughter on the back, and about halfway up here, I started developing a low tire. Luckily, I carry tools. I carry air. We were good to go. But so I wasn't stranded. But if you didn't come prepared, you definitely could have been. Does it feel worn out? If I'm just riding my motorcycle day in, day out, it actually doesn't feel wore out. I will say though, my good buddy Mark has an R1200GSA that is several years newer and way less mileage, way better shape than this thing, and it somehow does feel a little tighter. So I guess in that case, it does feel wore out. Do I still ride this thing everywhere? Yeah. Is it something that I feel I need to repair or fix? Not yet. Does the cost actually increase with the high mileage? I think it's just going to get to the point where I am going to have to start replacing some things, maybe, which parts do cost a little bit more than like a Japanese bike, but I don't think it's unreasonable for the quality you get. It's been a great motorcycle, and I try to do all my own work. It's just a lot cheaper that way. Would I buy or recommend another BMW GS with 100,000 miles on it? This was my first big GS. I have a 800 still, and I love that motorcycle, but on some of our longer trips it was just a little bit small. I lacked a little bit of power, and I will say this got me in the game. I got it for a heck of a deal, and it was because of the mileage. I would say it really depends on the type of mechanic you are. If you are willing to turn a wrench and do the work yourself, it probably would pay. You could save a few bucks and try out a GS without paying the premium of the new bike. These things are not cheap. They're super proud of them. But if you can find something with a few miles on it, I'm hoping nobody throws me away. I got quite a few miles on me, but I think I'm still good for a few more years. Same with this motorcycle. What has surprised me most? It's actually surprised me that I haven't had more problems. The durability of all the electronics on this thing has been amazing. All the switchgear works. I mean, this 100,000 miles and all the switches still work. That's pretty amazing. ABS is all good. All the, you know, fuel pump is good. The fuel gauge is good. It's all still there. Works great. The one thing that I did have to replace electronics-wise, I guess, was the TPMS sensors, tire pressure monitoring system. When I bought it, it did not work. So me being super cheap, I, for the price of it, wanted to try what Amazon had, and I think I paid 25 bucks for 2 monitors, and on one of my tire changes had them put in, and I programmed it myself. There's a train coming. But yeah, definitely. It's been pretty amazing. That was pretty cool. So, would I do this again? Me personally, yes. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I've dropped this a few times. Sometimes by myself, sometimes I've had help. But either way, this thing has, I've dropped it. I haven't worried about it. I think if I went and spent, 30 grand on a motorcycle and it's laying in the middle of the road or on some trail somewhere, that would hurt my feelings a little bit. But as far as this is really a great way to experience what a BMW GS is all about. Now my next one, when and if I replace this, yeah, I mean, there's a few things that this doesn't have that I think I would love to have on my next one. Basically, I have the analog dash, which I mean, let's be honest, it always works in any sunlight. There's some good things about the analog dash, but I really do like that TFT. I kind of like gadgets a little bit, so that may be a thing. This doesn't have the quick shifter on it, where that's pretty not a requirement, but on the next one I probably would do that. And I don't know, but it's not bad. I'm enjoying it. So if you're at all GS curious, we'll call it, start checking out Craigslist or Marketplace or whatever, and don't just immediately turn your nose up at at some of these higher mileage ones. It might get you in the game for a lot less than you're thinking. Have a good day. Hey, I really appreciate you watching this all the way to the end. It means a lot to me. See you next time.